Coming to India, because it's a market of huge interest for us and a huge scale, what I can share surely, I think, is what we did during the trials is largely the real world use cases across few industries.
With 5G being aggressively adopted globally as a next generation mobile network, how would this change the digital ecosystem that we know today? And what opportunities does it present for marketers to establish the next lead in their marketing strategies?
Yeah, I mean, let me share, Simran, some of my experiences through the 5G trials that we did in India recently as Vodafone Idea. And while I think globally there have been some great progress on the 5G deployment and how the companies have benefited from 5G, largely manufacturing, retail, construction. I think there are numerous industries which have benefited with the onset of 5G. But coming to India, because it's a market of huge interest for us and a huge scale, what I can share surely, I think, is what we did during the trials is largely the real world use cases across few industries: construction, manufacturing, automotive, healthcare, education, and the sixth being public safety and surveillance. And these are areas of huge interest for Indian economy and Indian citizens like you and me, because uh, a remote diagnosis during the golden hour when you are in an ambulance is as critical as public safety on the roads if you are able to detect a crime in real time or ensure a women's safety. So it's important for societies, it's important for businesses, and it's important for people's lives. So the 5G as a technology, I think what is really demonstrated to us during the trials is that the low latency, the high speeds, and the massive density that it can enable are really what probably today's networks don't really give us. Hence, it opens up certain new possibilities across the ecosystem, across the industries. That's the first point about it. The second point, I think, is we firmly believe, as Vodafone Idea and some of the other players also would echo that, is this is going to be an ecosystem that has to be nurtured and created. Why? Because I think there are devices that are new, applications are going to be built new or going to be enhanced in a new way. There are new players who are going to enter the 5G ecosystem. For example, in the trials that we did, we worked with large companies like Nokia, Ericsson, L&T Smart World, Ethernet. On the same breadth, we also worked with startups like Tweak Labs, Visby, who are doing some path-breaking work in the areas of drone-based surveillance or motion body capture, which is typically used to enhance the athlete performance in sports. So if you look at that ecosystem, that just is an example of the ecosystem, how rich and diverse it can be when 5G really is available for us. And it's still some time away, but I firmly believe that the ecosystem is going to be built up new, and it's going to have a great mix of established companies, technology enabled companies, and fascinating startups. So partnerships is the key and the way to go in building the 5G roadmap for India.